going on, boys? Welcome back to the podcast, Daddy Big's Deliriums, as it would be known.
That's
And
true.
yeah. As you can see and hear, we got my favorite little goblin, Jack, on the podcast. And you want to introduce yourself?
Yo, what's up? I'm Jack. Oh, yeah.
So true. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I thought it would be kind of a fun topic to talk about a little bit. Is just like the whole just kind of like talking about just like the internet and just like the talking. I don't know. It's just like I feel like there are a lot of things about the internet that are just so absurd, so wacky,
I can feel that.
and
Yeah.
kind of just like the way that content creation and social media has changed people and all that stuff. I just think it'd be some interesting things to crack into a little bit. So, did you have any
Yeah.
opening thoughts here? On anything?
I mean, it's especially now. It's just like there's a lot of really good things and a lot of really bad things. Like, especially now, it's like if you can do anything, you can like make money off it, kind of like making videos or like you can make anything profitable. But also that means people are going to do anything to make things profitable. So you get
Yeah.
like not good things happening.
Yeah. So you mean like, so you're saying like as far as like monetization goes,
For my
people like
yeah.
go to whatever lengths it takes to like
To
get
get
the
views.
most money.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. Because it's especially biggest thing is like on TikTok. I deleted TikTok a bit ago, but like I just know there's a lot of people doing some crazy shit just like for some views.
Like clout chasing.
cloud chasing, like
Yeah.
so-
Like, how do you feel about all that? Just like people doing like crazy shit
I'm
just
not
like for views. You
not
know?
a fan. I mean, it's funny. I'm gonna be real. I laugh. I laugh at it. It's funny, but like
Yeah.
morally, like if I guess it's weird because it's like you don't view them as like actual people if they're online, which sounds like weird, but like it's true. Like
Mhm.
it's a character they're playing almost.
Yeah. For
But
sure.
I guess it's like so I like I laugh at cartoon characters. I'll be like, haha, that's funny. But like morally, if I saw
kind of like
someone
that, like it's just like it's
yeah.
kind of like just stories you're like
Mhm.
hearing about other people. You know?
Yeah. But like actually, I think like thinking of actual people doing crazy shit like that, that's just like it's awful. I mean, it depends on what it is, but sometimes it's like sad or just like annoying and
Filming real crimes.
devious licks. Yeah, they're like kids like stealing bathrooms. My mom walked to me like, just like don't do that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like there is a lot of cases now where like, well, like kind of like what you were saying, the lengths that people will go to
Mhm.
are just like it seems like it's getting wackier. You know?
Well, I mean, not even wackier, just like sad almost kind of like. I think the
Yeah.
biggest thing is like, I forget his name, but like Nikado Avocado guy. Oh my
Yeah.
lord, that's like
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It's really not a good
I mean, yeah, like
situation.
situations like that are kind of sad. You know,
Mhm.
because like Nikocado Avocado essentially just like posted like daily updates on his like spiral into insanity.
I mean, literally like killing himself almost. It's like
Yeah,
but
it's pretty wild. But like,
but it makes views and it's making money. So, and I mean, I don't think that's totally his thing for only money, but it's something like the fans kind of because. Because like people are still watching it almost,
yeah,
so
for
he doesn't
sure.
see anything wrong with it. I don't know, but
Yeah, and that's the thing is I feel like I don't know. I've always said before that people seem a lot crazier than they actually are
mm-hmm.
just because of the internet. You know,
That's true. Yeah.
like the people that we do see on the internet are like the extremists and like the wackos and the
That's true.
goofballs.
I mean,
you know?
because those are the only people that like catch the attention of everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like no one's gonna like make a news story on like an average teen doing average things, but everyone's gonna
Like
make a
you?
news story on a teen that steals traffic cones and like harasses people on the street for
Or steals-
TikTok views.
Or steals urinals. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I feel like the like amount of people that are like like cynical people would say that most people in the world are dumb, but like I feel like the amount of what like the composition of humanity has stayed the same. It just so happens that like as of recent with the internet where it's just so easy to see the wackiest
The
people.
extremes, yeah.
You know? Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel that. Yeah, I don't think there's. I think the internet has allowed more people to be the worst version of themselves.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah,
And I guess there is kind of that. Like, do you think there is a subconscious drive for people to like over portray themselves and be like show that like to like grab attention? You know?
yeah, definitely. Because especially with the biggest thing I think is like TikTok and people having like quote unquote like TikTok personalities, where it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like they view it, and then it's like, I mean, especially I know this because like teenagers and stuff. I mean, I'm one too, but you know, I
Yeah.
was, and then I'm sorry, and then but it's like basically
Way
like
back in the day.
way back in the day, but like you know, people see it and assume it's real, and assume like not assume it's real, but like it becomes normalized. That it's like, I think that's how like those like TikTok personalities, quote unquote, like start, and it's just like people like trying to display an image or aesthetic or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like, you know, for me, on my, because like I can speak a little bit about content creation and portrayal on the internet because I do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like for me, I've always tried really hard to be genuine and
Mm-hmm.
just like obviously I can choose what to say or what not to say, but I try to, and obviously like I can crank up the goofy silliness a little bit
Yeah.
and you know crank up the charisma a little bit just for the sake of making things that I think are entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there are also videos where I'm more chill and don't not as overstated, you know.
Yeah, I've seen
And
those.
I
Yeah.
feel like I just want to make genuine content because first of all, it'll come off naturally and like
Mhm. And that's
it'll
also just like feels better to make.
yeah it'll build my own identity like as a real human being. But
Mhm.
also just like I don't want to box myself into having to keep up some sort of facade, you
I
know.
feel that. Yeah.
Because I feel like people get to the point where like they box themselves in and can only feel like they have to almost play a character, you know.
Yeah, that happens. I felt that. I know. Kind of.
Hmm.
I'm not like I don't like don't make contact, but I just felt like I've felt that feeling of like having to be a certain person.
Yeah, for
You know.
sure. And I think just like there are always those pressures to maintain a certain standard
Mm-hmm.
and do what's expected. But I feel like the internet exacerbates that a lot in different ways. You know, like if you're a content creator or a clout chaser or whatever you are, there's more of a pressure to maintain this kind of image, you know.
I mean, yeah, I feel that, especially because if you don't hold it up, then it gets less views, and then then number go down. That means number bad.
Yeah, so true. But yeah, I mean, were there like any other thoughts you kind of had about this whole basic idea of like how things have changed now?
Not really. I think it's just becoming like there's just so much more information and like sensory overload almost, where it's just like there's
Mhm.
so much information that it's I think become both incredibly easier and incredibly harder to like actually succeed, because like you can just do some crazy shit and then it's basically like if you do catch attention of like everyone, you really catch the attention of everyone. But if you're
Yeah.
like trying to build something up, like I know kind of like you, or
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
trying to build something up that's like incredibly harder just because there's so much more competition and you have to like,
Yeah.
especially if you're trying to be like a genuine person.
It's like I mean, I think that part of it is luck, right? But
Yeah.
someone a mentor of sorts told me at one point is like, you know, they say you have to be in the right place at the right time to get lucky, you know.
I feel that.
But
Yeah.
like if you're in the right place, then the right time will come. So for me, it's like if I'm continuing to make content that I'm proud of, at some point, even if it's in small ways, the YouTube algorithm will favor me or
Yeah.
something will pop through. And
Mhm.
as long as I am making stuff consistently and making stuff that I'm proud of, then that's all that matters. You know, I mean, like
I can see that. Yeah.
as of this video being uploaded, it'll be midway through December or so, I think. But as of recording, it's towards the end of November,
Yeah.
and like my channel's seen one of the biggest spikes. I mean, the biggest spike I ever
Big
have seen.
100.
Yeah, and like on gosh, well, let me look at dates real quick. On well, last Monday, I was at as of recording, right? last Monday was the 14th of November, and now on the 23rd of November. In that period, I've gained about 67 subscribers
Damn.
from being at 90. So it's like it's just absolutely insane, like how much I've been growing. And that's the thing is like I'm just doing what I've always been doing. Like yeah, I definitely had some solid videos and I'm getting better, but like
Yeah.
I've been consistent, you know, and I think that's a big part of it. But kind of like yeah, I'm trying to be a genuine figure because I want to do something that's like I can maintain, you know.
Yeah. I feel that.
Because yeah, I get your point in saying that a lot of times people have this kind of build themselves up to the point where they have to maintain a certain something, and I think that's another reason why for me I try to make variety content, because even though my zombie stuff is what is most popular, you know, I wouldn't want to box myself into that either.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that.
I want to already set the precedent that I'm going to be making different stuff. Because that's what I want to do, and that's what's going to keep me fresh, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. It just, because I feel like if all I ever made was zombies, then I would get burnt out on it pretty easily, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah, it's just, for me, it's about having that variety and just being genuine. For me, that's been working so far. And I think, yeah, like you said, it seems like a lot of people just kind of fall into that trap of boxing themselves into something, you know?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's just so easy to box yourself in and be ungenuine on, like, because, like, there isn't nothing forcing you to be, like, yourself online. You can be, like, you can be anyone, which is, like, I think that's the appeal of it, but also, you know, that means, like, you could, like, I know even you said, like, you try to be the most genuine, but even then, like, obviously you're, like, gonna turn up some things, like...
Yeah, I mean, it's still, like...
It's still you, but it's, like...
Yeah.
I know.
I mean... like Daddy Big and Cameron are like different things, you know?
Exactly.
It's like I have a certain mentality when I get behind the microphone, and that's part of why it's changed my perspective on a lot of games, because like Zombies is a game I'm like totally, for me, I've been watching Zombies content for so long, and it's like that's been a game that feels natural to make content for. It just makes sense,
that, yeah.
You know? But a game like Terraria was always something super personal to me, and I also feel like natural making content for it. But like, it's changed the way I think about it, you know. So, yeah, it's like it's different than who and like there's a side of me that like my friends see. I mean, like the podcast has just been all like different people that I'm friends with in real life, you know, and they've seen parts of me that don't exist on the channel, you know, and like. My girlfriend sees a part of me that no one else sees, and me sees a part of me that no one else sees, you know? So it's like,
that, yeah.
Like Daniel and I, in one of the podcasts, I don't know if it will have been uploaded by now, but it might have been last week's, it might be 4 weeks from now, but I'm confused on the schedule that I made for myself, but no, just talking about this idea of like, what is your true self, you know? And I think, you know, based on the conclusions we reached in that conversation, it's like the version of me that you see on my channel is me. It's just, you know, just...
It's a spectrum.
Yeah, it's like one side of me and kind of like a weird mixed 3D shape that doesn't really have any actual sides, you know?
I feel that, yeah.
So yeah, it's like, obviously there's always going to be a certain level of, I guess you can call it being disingenuous. But I try to still find something that just makes sense and feels natural to me.
It's still you. It's just different you know. If that
yeah,
makes
exactly.
Sense. Yeah,
exactly. But did you just want to kind of like talk about any specific examples of like internet wackiness that pop into your head? Like I mean, getting away from like general stuff, just like any specific examples.
Any specific ones? I think main one. I haven't been as like. I don't want to say active online, but like I'm definitely less updated now, especially because I like deleted TikTok a while ago.
Yeah.
So just like, I just know it's just like. I think specifically, the biggest one is probably the like devious like trend on TikTok where people just stealing shit.
Yeah. I mean that was a while ago now. Yeah. You know, like that's pretty much ancient history. In terms of the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even if we talk about recent stuff like the Hans Demon chess scandal or, like...
Oh, the anal beads?
Yes. I really got a kick out of the walleye fishing tournament thing too. That was
What
hilarious.
walleye? I haven't heard that. What
You didn't
happened?
hear that?
No, what happened?
So my point to this is, even though I guess these events are in themselves pretty much ancient history already because they were a month ago as of recording, but like there will be so many recent events. Like I could talk about like Elon Musk's Twitter,
Oh my god.
like the blue check mark that got rolled out like last week, but that would be ancient history by the time this video goes up, you know. So like that,
I mean, everything just moves so fast.
yeah, exactly, and it's like stuff that happened last week is already in the past, you know.
Exactly.
But,
Yeah, I can feel that.
But no, the walleye fishing scandal, this
Oh,
was
boy.
huge. It was hilarious. First of all, side detail. It was okay. So it was like a Lake Erie walleye fishing tournament, right? So just imagine like a bunch of rednecks trying to catch the biggest fish,
Classic.
you know, in Lake Erie. And there were this guy. I don't know if it was a single guy or like a partnership or a group of guys or whatever, but basically the tournament, long-standing guy had won a bunch of tournaments in the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
They the tournament operators, or the judges, I guess, were weighing the fish, and they thought that this guy's fish looked a little bit too heavy for their actual size, so they cut him open.
Oh wait, I think I've heard about.
They
that.
cut open the fish, and they found lead weights and fish fillets on the
I have
inside.
heard about that. I just didn't know exactly what it was. I just saw a
Yeah.
video of people cutting open a fish and seeing like metal on it.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm gonna be real. I thought it was like some like protect the ocean type stuff.
No, but yeah, that's what it was. It was that scandal. And they've I mean, like, people win like money and boats from these tournaments, so like the people that guy, like, if he had cheated before, he might have cheated people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm
Damn.
pretty sure he got sued for it too.
I would hope
I think
so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure part of the lawsuit was even like mishandling of wild animals.
I mean, pretty much.
And also like I don't know what the other charges would have been. And I'm not updated onto what happened or what came from it, but
you got to keep up on your lore, man.
yeah, I think another super recent story that came out, and as of recording, of course, was God, what's this guy's name? You know, so the speedrunning YouTuber,
Okay.
Carl Jobst, that guy,
Yeah, I know.
the Australian guy. Let me hold up. Let me like look up real quick what this is, because I need to
I feel like I'll know what you're saying once I know what you're saying.
hold up. I'm gonna pause this real quick. I just looked it up and I remembered who Billy Mitchell.
Shit, wasn't he the guy that cheated in that one Atari game? I think?
Yeah. So his story, and this is all
It's all super interesting, especially because it's like super old internet. By that
Yeah,
in like
well-
10 years, but like still.
well, no, this is this part of the story is like a few days ago.
Wait,
in real
what?
time.
What happened?
So
I don't
okay,
know what happened recently.
so Billy Mitchell, right? He's he is the self-proclaimed greatest video game player of the century.
Me too. Yeah.
Not greatest gamer, greatest video game player.
Same.
Right. That those are his exact words. And he looks like my 10th grade seminar teacher. If he like didn't go down the right path in life. And no, but like this guy he has a habit of, okay, so here's what his backstory is that he at one point held the world record in the Donkey Kong speedrun, like the original arcade
Oh
game.
yeah. There's
And
a
then,
bunch of old games like that too, I think.
And then a ton of evidence came out proving that he cheated those records.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't even hold the record anymore anyways. But
Yeah.
basically Carl Jobs, this Australian YouTuber, mostly makes videos on speedrunning and a
I've
lot of
seen that.
speedrunning cheating as well. And he actually at one point covered and debunked Billy Mitchell's old speedrun. And basically Billy Mitchell just has this habit of suing like anyone that talks bad about him.
Happens to the best of us.
And yeah, just like in the recent history is that he sued Carl
For debunking
for
the speedrun.
I think like $450 and not $450, $450,000 in damages for his reputation.
Definitely.
And
but that's-
Carl made a GoFundMe for $200,000 to cover the defense fees, because it's the second time he's gotten sued by this guy.
Damn.
So honestly, I don't even know if it's safe to upload this video, because I might get sniped by Billy Mitchell.
Nah,
But
we can fight him. I was like, I'm coming out for you, big BM. Watch your back.
No, but like I'm joking, but like in all seriousness, like like you can't talk about this guy. You know,
Watch me.
I think I'll probably be fine.
They're scared. He's scared.
But no, like that's just like such a like, and I guess this is like a direct example of like seeing like wacky people and like wacky people behavior. You know, like
I feel that.
this
Yeah.
guy is so like unhinged. Like like it's pretty much been proven that he cheated. You know, and it's like
Yeah. I know for at least the Atari one, it's like physical. Oh, I forget what game it was, but it was like physically impossible to get it in the code of the game. Like they looked at every single possible time, and like his time just wasn't possible for it.
yeah. And that's I think that's part of what is so interesting about like those older games, like speedruns, like NES speedruns, like Mega Man 2 and stuff. Is like at this point the games are so old that a lot of them are like so hyper optimized. You know, like
Yeah.
the Super Mario speedrun is like frame perfect.
Well,
at this
yeah,
point.
because the only it's really interesting because you can only because of the frame rules, you can only really
the bus.
like yeah the bus. You can only beat the time by 0.35 seconds, I believe, unless it's I think
Yeah.
there's something at the end Bowser doesn't have
yeah,
to be
yeah.
that, but
The final level is frame
that's
dependent,
frame, but
every
still-
other level has frame rules.
but even then that level is pretty much frame like optimized to the
Yeah,
very
exactly.
frame.
And this is like, it's so crazy that like in those, like those older games have those like optimized speed runs with like insane runs, you know. But
It's crazy.
yeah,
It's really cool though. So
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think like just like cheating and speed running is like such a big thing, and it always makes for a good story, you know.
because it's just like
I mean, it's just like because the thing is like especially for those communities like. People know so much about their games and know so much about the game's
Exactly.
route. It's like you can't get away with it.
I mean, the biggest thing though is like it's not even the people that are bad at the game. It's like
Yeah,
I know,
that's
a lot of
what's
time
been
it's like
said.
the people
I know
that are
exactly. I know what you're
really
gonna say. Yeah.
good at the games are the ones being able to cheat. Like
Yeah, exactly.
because they know everything about the game, so they know how to like bypass the things. I think the biggest one. I mean, this shit's ancient, but like a while ago, Dream and it's like all his stuff.
That's what the mask is. But yeah, that was. I mean, that was like absolutely massive for the longest time. Where like
yeah.
the cheating allegations and like it's basically been. I'm as far as I know, like it was basically proven,
Yeah.
especially with his really poor like response to it and everything.
No, he hired a
With his
Harvard mathematician.
Harvard astrophysicist
Bro, hey,
that
I don't
went
need a lawyer.
unnamed.
But I don't need a lawyer. I just need my Harvard astrophysicist.
So true. But yeah, it's like I don't know. It's obviously if, like both of us are like big gamers, and I know like we watched, like I know both of us have watched a lot of speedrunning stuff. So
Definitely.
like that's just like a little corner of the internet that I've just always found like really fascinating.
And you know what the craziest part about that is? It is so small compared to like the vast like universe that is the internet.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. I guess
that-
like I think like one kind of example of that is like, you know, I'm a huge Terraria fan, and like
Terraria.
okay, we're not gonna get into that, but I'm like a big Terraria fan,
Terraria.
right? And yeah, like Terraria, right? And dumb joke, but no, it's a game that like being in the community, it still feels really niche, even though it's
Yeah.
like the 11th best-selling game of all time. You know, like it's
Is
a
it
huge
11?
game,
Damn, bro. I didn't
but
know
like it's same with like Stardew Valley. Like that game feels super niche, even though like it's also huge. You know,
that. I think that's just how the game presents itself. Because games like that are just very like
maybe it's just the dev team.
the dev team is small, but like I think just playing games like that is just very like personal, especially for like Stardew Valley. It just I haven't played a whole lot of it, but like what I've played with my girlfriend, and that's just like it just feels like a personal. And then Terraria, it's I don't know. I mean, I think that's a bit less personal, but I think it's just like it's a solely single player game mostly. I mean, there's local multiplayer and some other stuff. I know, but it's not like Minecraft that you're having hundreds of thousands of people on a server. You know, for Terraria, it's just like
Yeah, Terraria is
usually,
like you're either
5
like
people,
playing with a
maybe.
few close friends or like by yourself. you know?
exactly, which is like, I think I don't know. It just feels very like intimate, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I get what you mean. But yeah, we kind of broke down the whole walleye fishing story. Are there any like other big stories you can think of like that were big or are big.
Like cheating and stuff, or just like
No,
in
just like
general?
anything, just like any internet
mean,
wackiness.
I think the biggest thing, especially right now, is just Elon Musk. What a guy!
Yeah, like who knows if Twitter will even be a household name
I
by the time this video goes up? You know, like you just never know. But like I said, as of now, it's November 23rd, and I mean, like, it was just like so funny to me how like he was like, yeah, the verified Twitter checkmark is gonna like reduce bots and scammers,
no.
and also like how he was saying like how he like made like rage comic memes about like, oh, people will pay $8 for a Starbucks, but won't pay $8 for my Twitter, you know, and it's like it just shows how like hilariously out of touch he is, you know?
You know
Like
the
it's kind of insane.
You know what the funniest thing about it is?
Yeah.
That it doesn't even matter really, because on still like some accounts, like the accounts that would normally be verified, there's like a header that says like official account, I believe.
Yeah, no, it's like they all have the same. The checkmark looks the same, but if you go to the account
It's
and
like
hover
official
over
account,
the checkmark, it'll tell you whether or not they bought it.
which is like that just removes the whole point. And
It's so dumb, bro.
yeah.
It's just, I mean, it really just feels like a cash grab.
I mean, it literally is.
What's said before is like Elon Musk, you know, is getting
he's
like
heavily in debt. He's like billions in debt.
Well, no, it's been said that like people like would say that, you know, like he got like post nut clarity after buying Twitter, and then needed to find some way to make up the huge price tag they dished out for it.
Also, Twitter was just like a failing company, and they're not making money now. That's why he's hiring a lot of firing a lot of people. And it's like,
Yeah, I mean, he basically bought like, I mean, Twitter is like, it's like a steaming cesspool of garbage, you know,
yeah.
like. Bro, like, doesn't he know that Twitter is just free on the App Store? Why did he pay $4.5 billion for it? You know what I mean?
it was 44 billion.
No, you're joking.
No,
I thought it was like $4.5 billion.
44 billion, I believe.
Are you sure? That's crazy.
No, he's like heavily in debt, which is why Twitter
has he has he lost that much from it, or or is that what he bought it for?
The way he did it, I believe, is I don't know this.
Because 44 billion is a lot. Like, for him, he pretty much can wipe his ass with that anyways, but that's still a lot of money.
I mean, I don't know fully. I'm gonna be real. I watched like a YouTube on this like 2 months ago, so I'm probably pretty out of touch with the story right now. But what I believe, it's 44 billion. He took the money from mainly like Tesla stock, I believe.
Yeah. I guess I just thought of something else. Another huge story that happened recently was all of the crypto things that are going on right now.
Oh, the crypto pump and dumps.
Yeah. So
there's so many of those.
Yeah, it just seems like I've been hearing a lot about it lately.
I think one that comes to mind is I think Mooncoin, or it was like something with Moon.
I don't know that much about any crypto, but like it just seems like all the stories I've heard are just like wild, crazy scams, and just like,
I mean, pretty much.
In like crypto's collapsing overnight and people losing all their money, you know?
I mean, it's pretty much, I think, the basis for the crypto pump and dump, how to. It's like, so yeah, you get a bunch of celebrities, famous people, you get them in on some cryptocurrency, and then you like get them to sell it to all their fans, their little gremlins and all that, with like promises that it's going to go up, just like Bitcoin, and be like a massive success story. And then basically once they get to a certain point, they all just sell and take all the money.
Yeah.
And then I know there's like been some things where like they like say like, no, we can't sell it all in like a single day. It has to be over like a month or something like that, and you'll know it. But shit, I watched a YouTube video on this. It was like that didn't happen. They just sold it, and then
yeah. And then one story I heard recently was that there was this one account that like was like that would like call other cryptos out and like call out scams and like warn people
and
against
they were
scams,
a scam.
and then they were a scam.
Oh my god!
And then like when they sold out and left everyone dry, they said, "Hey, don't trust people online." It was just like so funny.
Bro, that's called a lesson.
Really, but yeah, I mean, were there any other like big points we wanted to hit, or any big conclusions we wanted to make?
I don't think so. We probably covered everything. I'll probably think of something more to add, like, in, like, 20 minutes, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I
We're good
think
right
like
now.
we could just keep thinking of random examples, but I think we've kind of made most of our points on just like kind of just like sitting back and just talking about some wacky things that have been happening, but also just
Yeah.
like drawing some interesting conclusions about how like clout chasing affects people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I
And
mean,
money chasing. Well, because that's
yeah.
what mostly is, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, did you was there any like closing things you wanted to say? Then draw everything back.
No, not really.
All right. I guess the moral of the story for me would just be to just try to, I mean, like for my 100 subscriber special, oh excuse me, for my 100 subscriber special video, what I said is I never want to lose the feeling of being a really small creator.
I feel
And I
that.
guess it's just like cuz for me it's just, you know, it is genuine. I just make things for fun and I feel like that's how I am going to be successful. So, that's
I
kind
feel
of I
that,
just want
yeah.
to try to in a world where it seems like everyone is like or there's a new story every day about like some like wacky asshole doing crazy shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can be a person that is genuine, you know?
Yeah.
So and build, hopefully build a genuine community, you know?
Mm-hmm. Until you do a crypto pump and dump.
Yeah, until I turn to the dark side and make a big coin.
No.
That would
Give me
be a
in on
sick
that. I'll
name,
help
Big
you.
Coin. What? That's better than Daddy Coin.
D-coin.
D Coin, yeah. DB coins.
DBC.
No,
It's
DB
easy
to-
on the stock market.
No, DBT.
What?
DBT. Daddy Big Tokens. Not dick and ball torture. Daddy Big Tokens.
Don't call it Daddy Big Tokens, man.
All right. Well, the crypto will be dropping soon, boys. I'll
Mhm.
let you know when to invest.
Get in on the
100%
ground floor.
no scam.
To
No
the moon.
scam.
To the moon.
100%
Trust me.
real, no
Trust me.
scam.
Trust me. 100%.
But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching, and it's been fun. And yeah,
Yes.
next time we'll talk about something else with my favorite goblin.
Maybe.
But
Or maybe not.
all right. Well, in the meantime, let me know down below your favorite wacky internet story, and Billy Mitchell, if you're watching,
Fuck you.
please do not sue me. Ignore what he just said.
Sue me. Try me.
But in any
I'm not
case,
scared.
I want yeah, sue him, not me.
Try.
But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.